movie as
Hey guys, it's Nick here, back with another update video regarding the current global pandemic that we're all going through right now. So first off, I just want to say I hope you guys have been doing fine during this quarantine. I know it's a very difficult time for everybody, being locked at home. Next Tuesday will mark 2 months since my quarantine officially started here. It was on March 12th that everything just went and my quarantine started. I've been slowly, March has been horrible for my quarantine time. End of March was April was a fine month. I got to go out a little bit to food places. I got to go to my grandma's house, and then this month we just started May. It's been fine, I guess. There are some new news regarding a vaccine or a cure that I want to talk about in this video. Last video here, I talked about a few articles I found how they're on development on the vaccine and it could be ready sooner because every vaccine from the previous pandemics, from the previous global pandemics that have happened before, like for example SARS that happened back in 2002, I think it took about I think it took about 8 months for them to create a vaccine because that's when the pandemic was declared over, like in 8 months. But for the average amount of pandemics is usually 12 to 24 months that it takes for them to make a cure. And that freaked me out because oh crap, I don't want to stay in lockdown for that long. That'll be torture. But with the last video, I talked about how scientists are proposing to shorten the time to actually make a cure for this current virus. That they said it'd take at least maybe 3 to 6 months, and they started working on the vaccine in January. So I hope that's true. There's still not a vaccine, so maybe I'd say yeah. If all that is true, then at least by July a vaccine would be completely ready. But that I don't know when it'll be available to the public. My cousin told me that if they were to make a vaccine soon, it wouldn't be available until September. But there are some good news that really had my hopes go from around here up to here, and this news seems promising. So this came out way sooner than I imagined. So I think we have found the drug that cures this virus, the coronavirus, COVID-19. And you guys may be thinking, what? Did you really just say that? That was way too soon. Yeah, I know. I was surprised too, but this was what gave me the biggest hope. The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, approved it for emergency use to cure COVID-19 patients. And when it's at that point, you already know it's promising enough. But the thing is, it's not the complete cure. I don't know if that makes sense. It will cure it, but there's still got to be more that has to be made to completely kill this virus. That's a subject for another video. But so the drug that has been found so pretty much, yeah, I'm explaining what it is and how it works. So the name of it is called remdesivir. I think oh my god. The drug is called remdesivir. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. This drug was meant to cure Ebola during the whole Ebola pandemic that happened a couple years back. But it never worked. In fact, I don't even know if there's a cure for Ebola, believe it or not. But, so, they tested this vaccine first, or not this vaccine, this drug, on monkeys. And as soon as they gave them that drug, they exposed them to high levels of virus. Now, they are scientists. When I'm saying they, I'm referring to the scientists. So basically, they exposed the monkeys to high levels of the virus a month ago. I think it was in late March or early April. And exactly 28 days after that happened, they're still completely healthy. So their immunity to that virus with that drug worked. Now, it's not completely sure, none of us are completely sure if it'll work on humans, but I heard that we humans are similar to monkeys. So I hope the immunity is true. It seemed promising enough. There's at least a 90% chance that we are as immune to it as the monkeys. And that was a couple days ago I found that out. But this is where I immediately knew that we're all immune to monkeys, just as like them. So basically they tried. So they are working on new vaccines and new drugs to try to cure this virus. But scientists have also been using older ones that for previous diseases. So they tried remdesivir that was supposed to cure Ebola. They tested it on 1,000 patients that had severe illnesses caused by COVID-19. And all those patients, exactly 11 days later after taking that drug, they were cured. And, this was actually a miracle. They took one drug and it actually worked. Now, from the last video, I talked about that they were working on 115 vaccine projects or cure projects. It was vaccines, but, even cures, it could be they were also probably working on some drugs also to cure it. But, already the first one they tried, it already worked. And so the Food and Drug Administration approved it. And this is actually accurate information for that one guy who thinks that everything I say is inaccurate. Anyways, so the Food and Drug Administration approved it, and they're actually planning to send out a bunch of those doses by the end of this month. More than 140,000 of them, and that right there was the immediate giveaway that gave me much more hope. And in fact, I have an article loaded on my phone, and links in the description for this article. This time, this article does work. The other one from the previous video was because I actually found it a few days after I filmed that video. This article, I just found it today. And so I'll put the link in the description, and I'm going to go ahead and actually put a screen recording right up here to actually show you guys. Alright, so here, this is on CNBC.com. So here it says, Gilead, I don't know how you say this. It says it can produce several million rounds of remdesivir. Okay, that's how you say it. Remdesivir coronavirus treatments next year. So several million. So right now around the world there are 3 million cases worldwide. Here in the US it's about 1 million. Let's scroll down to what it says. So here it said, this was Thursday, it can produce several million rounds of its antiviral drug remdesivir next year to help patients fight the coronavirus. But here it says the company expects to produce more than 140,000 rounds of its 10-day treatment regimen, I don't want to say that, by the end of May, which is this month, and anticipates it can make 1 million rounds by the end of the year. And that's perfect hope right there. I'm going to scroll down, we don't want to see that ad. So here it says, Focus at this time both work with remdesivir and are going commitment to the people who depend on our medicines today. So let me see some of it. Okay, so up here, I think it should say, so Wednesday, Gilead, I still don't know how you say this, Gilead, I don't know, release preliminary, oh my god, I'm stuttering with my word, results from its clinical trial on remdesivir showing at least 50% of the patients treated with the 5-day dosage of the drug improved. You see, so that's a good sign. Clinical trial involved 397 patients with severe cases. Severe study is single arm, meaning it did not evaluate the drug against a control group of patients who didn't receive it. So here, down here it says, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease also released results from its own study Wednesday that shows that COVID-19 patients who took remdesivir usually recovered after 11 days, 4 days faster than those who didn't take the drug. Oh my god. Sorry guys, I ate popcorn earlier and I ate like a whole bag, so if I sound like I'm kind of burping or hiccuping a lot, I'm sorry. Remdesivir, touted by President Donald Trump, has not been formally approved to treat the virus, and U.S. health officials caution new data on the drug has yet to be peer-reviewed. So that's what I pretty much mean. Okay, I think that's all you guys need to see, but that's pretty much what I mean. That's not the complete cure. So it does cure it, like it does help out with it, but there's still more that has to completely actually kill this virus. So that's why I'm saying they're working on more new drugs, but they also wanted to test new drugs for some other hope, so that way, they can also use that as a resource to help them develop this new drug and also the vaccine too. So from the article I read in the previous video that they'll take him 3 to 6 months, my guess is that by at least the end of the summer, there will be an actual vaccine and, more drugs that will completely kill this virus, combined with the remdesivir. And I think all this will be publicly ready by September, and there will be, the pandemic will be declared over in December, my guess, if that's what they're working with. because the SARS pandemic, it only lasted 8 months, meaning it didn't really take him that long to create a vaccine or a cure, if you think about it. And if they're really proposing to to not have him take that long to make a cure, then that's perfect. So with this news that this new drug is available, like, this news has spread it everywhere. Everyone is excited. Even though it's not going to completely kill it, and they're still working on much more. This is promising to oh my god, I can't even say good right. It's promising enough to good hope. So it's the beginning of May. So if they want to make more than 140,000 doses of those ready to the public by the end of this month, that makes me believe that we are going to have summer, and by the end of June or beginning of July, it'll be safe enough to go out, maybe without a mask and without doing social distancing. That I'm not completely sure, but I feel like that's gonna be when it's at least safe enough to start going out again. And then of course by Christmas, well, if they do if they do have a vaccine ready by July and they start publishing to the public in September, then yeah, by Christmas this pandemic will be declared over and life will go back to normal, and 2021 better be a damn good year. I don't know, guys. I'm happy right now at the same time that there is finally a drug that actually cures this virus. But at the same time, I'm kind of mad that this pandemic started at the very beginning. Because I couldn't finish my sophomore year and make all those fun memories, and who knows, my summer might start a little later than usual, but as long as I get to have a fun summer this year, I think it'll make up for it, for sure. But I don't know what's gonna be seen for June. At least like for me, like what I'm gonna be doing for videos that I still don't know about. I actually do have a couple videos planned. I have another one planned tomorrow and one big one planned Saturday. Maybe a couple. I'm starting to think of more better video ideas up for these next couple of weeks. Okay, I'll talk about this actually later, but I think that's gonna wrap up the video. So just to show you guys the good news that there is a drug ready. It cures the virus, but not completely. But this is promising. There's more vaccines and drugs being worked on, and I think by the end of this year, this pandemic will be completely over. So yeah, I hope you guys again are staying safe and healthy during this difficult moment. I hope you guys are finding some ways to entertain yourself during this quarantine, and we're getting there, guys. We're getting near the end of this pandemic, much sooner than I expected, actually. And yeah, we're almost there, guys. Just a little bit longer. And yeah, guys, so that's all I have for today. I feel like I was going to say something else, but I already completely forgot. So yeah, it doesn't matter anyways. I didn't want to video too long. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for today. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.